Welcome. My name is Andre Guichard of Gallery Guichard.
And I'm Frances Guichard.
Today we have a great show in store for you, the 9th annual McRae Home Show Virtual Exhibition Catalog number 14.
With 50 original works of art. I mean, we have amazing artwork by these artists of Gallery Guichard.
50 original works of art, 20 different artists. This is, again, another opportunity to take advantage of these one-of-a-kind originals by artists whose works continue to gain in value and whose inventory continues to sell out each and every show.
And normally we're in Washington, D.C. at this time, but last year we started the virtual exhibition and it's really taking off.
Just as we've seen before, original artwork has now become more than just decoration, but more about wellness. And last year's virtual 8th annual McRae Home Show proved this, where we actually sold more artwork at the virtual show than we did in the previous live in-person shows. And that's a testament to how important the art has become in people's lives.
So without further ado,
we'd like to introduce to you my frat brother with Kappa Alpha Psi.
And my sorority sister with Alpha Kappa Alpha Incorporated.
And two amazing master collectors who've opened their homes year after year so people can see what it means to live with original art. Let's give a big warm welcome to Lorenzo and Nancy McRae. Hello, this is Andre Guichard, virtually here at Gallery Guichard with
Frances.
And we are hanging out with our friends and our hosts of the 9th annual McRae Show, Lorenzo and Nancy McRae.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, family.
How y'all doing?
Great.
Doing well.
Excellent. So 9 years, time flies, and you think about like how quickly this happened, but why we did it, I thought was really just for a genuine reason of trying to help people. And you see a lot of people helping now with what's going on in the media, but I love to say that we were doing it first for the right reasons, which I think is just trying to uplift our community.
I think it's the same reasons. And I think, I remember when you and Lorenzo started talking about, art, and Lorenzo purchased his first piece from you.
Right. And we're here today. So how you guys doing? And let's tell everyone about your passion about collecting, because I like to refer to you all as master collectors, because you have a wonderful eye on top of everything else. But maybe share a little bit about your journey and why this is so important to both of you.
Yeah, well, I don't know if we're master collectors, but we have been collecting for 10, 11 years or a little more, or considering ourselves collectors for about that amount of time. And it's just our love for the culture, really. I think that's where it comes from, appreciating the creativity within our culture and wanting to support the artists who make beautiful works, paintings, drawings, sculptural pieces, etc. And it emanated from that, and our connection, as you know, arose out of me admiring Andre's work and asking them to commission a piece, and friendship kind of blossomed from there, roughly about a decade ago. And having conversations like this, talking about how we have friends here in primarily the district who are lovers of art, but may not have gone to some fairs, or may not have definitely gone to galleries, in part because they were intimidated. And we thought there was an opportunity for you all to come to the district and start showing some of your work and the artists that you represent and also just educating people for those who haven't been to galleries because they are intimidated or had not gone to art fairs. It was a perfect opportunity to have an art show in a home setting where they know Nancy and myself, and they're comfortable and they can walk around, they can talk to you all as gallery owners, they can talk to artists. And it just was the perfect mesh of feeling comfortable and vulnerable and being exposed to artwork and artists and culture and having kind of a full 360 of participating in the culture. And, you know, I think that's how we got here 9 years later. It's been a blast. So it's been fun as well. That's why we're still doing this.
Right.
I love what you said, feeling comfortable and vulnerable. That's beautiful. And I want to thank you two for opening your home and allowing people to see what it is to live with original art and how it affects you. But I think
Yes.
a lot of that, you know, people saw and see you and feel encouraged, like they can do it, you know, like I can do it too, you know, and I think that's a powerful part. And it's almost like Thanksgiving or something, you know, every year people come and hang out and fight over the dip, and it's great.
And I think it helps to see our work. We often laugh about people bidding on the work that's on our walls. We're like, oh no, that's not for sale. But I think having people see you living with work and feeling like, as opposed to we wanted to have it in our home because we knew it was that type of warm space and not what has traditionally been, I'll say, a world, you know, dominated by a culture not our own, and people not feeling inclusive. When we're in a space, thankfully, in many ways, we've struggled and still struggling to get here and to be in the space we're in. But when we talk about being inclusive, there's nothing more inclusive than inviting people to your home and saying, this is how we live, this is what we have on our wall, and inviting that conversation. I'm not certain that would happen in a gallery space, because I just think the physicality of it maybe it's perceived as some type of bar. It's not really a bar, but it's the perception of it. And we really wanted to fight through that perception. And we have many stories of friends and family who have come and they'll say before they come, I got the invite, but I don't know anything about art. And all I say is, well, can you look around? If you have eyes and you can see and touch, then you'll know what we mean by looking at art, living with art, talking to the artists, talking to the gallery owners, exploring what you've never known about art. You know, that there's lots of flexibility in if you've got a budget, that's okay. You can find something to fit into your budget. You're not barred from buying anything. I think that's there are many really important parts of sort of taking down what people perceive as art and art collecting, demystifying that with people we're regular people who do this but who enjoy it. And thankfully through your gallery and through your support and your ability to bring such fantastic artists to the table, it's been wildly popular with people, you know, but I think it's the fusion of both sort of energies. And I love that it started really with this respect and friendship. You've seen one of our boys was just a baby when this show started, and now he's 9 years old and in third grade. I can't believe that. But all of that is so important.
And you know, I have to thank you guys too, because we've met so many amazing collectors and new, you know, clients because of you all that have become friends of ours now too. And it was one collector in particular who came to the show. She saw the work, loved the work, didn't buy at that time, and then came back years later and bought artwork. Yes. And so, you know, you guys set an example and are exemplary when it comes to giving of yourselves, of your family, of your home, of your art. And just, you know, it has been amazing, and just really want to thank you guys for that.
Right. I mean, it truly is activism, and you all found a space culture where we have deficits also. and have found a way for people to really get comfortable and invest in a place that can appreciate and not depreciate. So thank you again to that work, because I think it's very important work.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. And Fran, that's a good point, because I think when I was talking about intimidation earlier, I think in going to a gallery, that's part of the intimidation, feeling like you have to buy something, excuse me, not having people necessarily approach you and talk about the work, just kind of sitting back and, you know, being silent and not engaging whoever the person is who's in the gallery. And the home is totally different. This person that you're talking about who came years later, she came, got educated, had some refreshments, learned about the artist and work, felt free to ask a number of questions. She may have come, you know, a couple of years and done that, and eventually became comfortable in saying, all right, I'm now ready to buy a piece. And I think it's being in that safe space where that's allowed and not feeling that pressure like, oh my goodness, I have to buy something. I don't know what this process is. And then just leaving and not being wiser after experiencing that gallery space or whatever the artwork is. And so we definitely want people to leave enriched, whether they buy something this year or not. They're smarter. They feel like, you know, they've attended some cultural event and been exposed to something. And then in the future, if they're ready, then that's fine. If it, you know, takes a little time, you know, this is education, like we were saying as well. So.
Exactly.
For the culture, in the sense that when we talk about supporting Black businesses and supporting Black artists and Black and brown people, what we do, we've been engaged in art for a very long time, but we have long suffered at the hands of museums and galleries who don't showcase our work and how important our work is. And it's interesting that in 2021, there's now this, and maybe not 2021, I'm going back a little while, when we talk about, you know, these artists that are selling these enormous rates at these auctions that are Black artists that have never been heard of. These sales rates have never been heard of before. This new appreciation, you know, for Black art, which has been a part of our culture for forever. For us to be able to share that and support those artists, where I feel like it's that much more important that their work has a platform and a space to be accessed by other people, is so important. And I'm happy that, you know, other people are figuring out the great value that we see in each other and ourselves and want to share that. But we knew that when we started this process, we knew that when we started this show, we knew the value in artists like yourselves and people that you promote. And the importance of supporting a Black gallery based in Chicago. Folks, if you don't know Gallery Guichard and you don't visit when you're in Chicago, you have left a very important place off of your list. But to be able to have you here in DC, to be able to do that, you know, it's so incredibly meaningful for us, but it's also meaningful for our culture to be able to do something like this. I don't know that other people are doing it. I hope and I wish that they are, because it is so important. You never know who you're impacting. I think for people, I always like to walk around when we're here in our house, and hopefully next year, vaccinated people are here back at our house. But I hear the conversations and hear people say, we had a collector a couple of years ago who brought her husband, and her husband wasn't really, you know, really into art. And I said, well, you have to find the piece that speaks to you. Eventually there'll be something that speaks to you, and then you get it. And he, sure enough, that show, she comes back to me, the wife comes back to me and said, he sees the piece that speaks to him. And I said, there it is. And they bought it. That's how this works. And so we're proud to continue to partner with you and to do this because it is so important to our culture.
Thank you so much. And thank you, because it also helps other, not just the gallery, but artists. Yeah. All the artists that come through Gallery Guichard are able to continue to work and continue to give more and more as they continue to produce these amazing pieces.
And it's another opportunity to show the multifacetedness of our artists. I mean, we're not just monolithic where we only do portraits or one type of art. I mean,
Right.
abstract, landscape, sculptures, the breadth of the 20 different artists that you'll see this year, close to 70 pieces, also speaks to what has happened over 9 years. The word has got out. Artists want to be a part of this show and are frantic about creating and preparing for the show. So I want to just end with thank you for being the change you all want to see and wanted to see by connecting from across the country, from the East Coast to the Midwest, and we created something that is changing the lives for artists and collectors. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure talking with you guys. I hope and pray next year, but
Right.
we'll see.
That's right, back live.
Next year.
Appreciate you guys. Love you.
Love you.
Love you too.
Before we get started with our artist interviews, we do want to talk a little bit about two artists that won't be joining us for artist talks, but are amazing. And I'll start off with Wayne Bell from Los Angeles. His oil on canvas, non-objective abstracts have amazing brushstrokes. I mean, you can literally feel every brushstroke, and he's just an amazing young rising star. So check out his work on Virtual Exhibition Catalog number 14 in the foyer gallery.
And also Maxwell MK's with his Dark Ages. And it's industrial cut pieces of wood that make you feel strong and strength of the African family and brother or nation.
That can also be found in Virtual Exhibit Catalog number 14 in the foyer gallery area.
We have the fine art of Abiola Akintola. You're going to enjoy it.
Welcome back. We are live from Gallery Guichard virtually, and we are interviewing Abiola Akintola live from Ghana. He's actually visiting Ghana, and we're excited that he's making time for us to talk to us about this amazing new exhibition, the 9th annual McRae Show. Welcome, Abiola.
How are you, Abby?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm
Awesome.
fine. Are you?
Excellent. So, we have this amazing sculpture series here at Gallery Guichard, and it is truly awesome. Tell us a little bit about it. I really love that series, Salt of the Earth. So please tell us a little bit about your series.
Okay, this Salt of the Earth. So I picked that idea from the biblical saying of our Lord Jesus Christ that says that we are the salt of the earth and we are the light of the world. So it's that encapsulates who we really are. That is, we are here to treasure what God has given us, the planet Earth, and we are here to invest in it, to replenish it. So in other words, what I've done with this piece itself is that I try to show not only who we are, but I try to show the duality of purpose. So in other words, it is not just one thing that we are here to do. So not just to populate the earth, but to, to touch each other, one another, to invest in one another. And if that alone can be one of our major purpose in this world, that will suffice, So that is the epitome of our being as human beings. And it doesn't matter whether we are Chinese, Black people, or wherever we are from. So that is I'm just trying to preach that message to cut across all the people of the world. That is what that piece is all about.
Awesome. And then the large abstract piece made from the Coca-Cola cans is just amazing. What is the title of that piece and what was the inspiration?
That piece, I believe, is called Relationship. And the relational part comes where there's a link. There are links of the elements of the art, the shapes, the forms, the lines. And it's just talking about how we are one, all of us. And there's no separation between black and white or whatever. We are all God's creature, you know, and that is the reflection of who we should be every time. So the piece is made out of aluminum cans, you know, like you said, and these are cut into pieces and joined together just to form one big piece.
One last question, Abiola, about this amazing work that we have for the McRae Show, and that is the acupointillism series, where you have great sports legends like my favorite Muhammad Ali and music legends like Sade. Could you talk to us a little bit about how you took a style, pointillism, where you have a lot of dots that make an image, and then you added it and created something that helps save the oceans and extends the color? So please tell us about it. That's such an amazing series.
Okay, acupunctillism is a combination of acupuncture and pointillism. Pointillism in art is just dots, you know, and I've kind of combined both ideas because I live in China and I've lived in China for 10 years or more, which I still do. And the series is not just about the beauty alone, which is part of it, but the process is very, very tough. And that is about the process of success of those legends. That is, they have gone through so many pains and all kinds of ups and downs. And I as an artist had to do that on my own to see how painful it is to be having to have all those holes in those materials. I do not take my time. Sometimes I have helps, you know, my family members or my workers, but I do almost the 75% of the pieces. So it's a very painful process that allows me to see the process of success of those legends. I mean, how they have gone from nothingness to being something. And it's a process. And the person that they become at the end of the day, that's why, for example, Muhammad Ali has been able to touch a lot of lives, including my own. So it's a process that is very painful, but it's to remind us that success is not just a straight line. It is filled with many ups and downs in life.
Oh, that's wonderful, Abby.
Amazing.
Yes, thank you so much for being with us today.
Yes.
And
You're very welcome.
everyone can see your work on our website at www.Gallery Guichard by dropping into our virtual exhibition. They can walk around, see your work and everyone else's, and pick their favorite pieces. So, Abiola, thank you.
Thank you, Abby. 2 classic
Great.
series they'll be able to enjoy on the virtual exhibit catalog number 14. You could see it on the website at galleryguichard.com. Thank you, Abiola.
And I say Akwaba in Twi language in Ghana. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right.
Take care,
Bye-bye.
Abby.
Bye-bye.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Click on the link for the virtual exhibition catalog that you're interested in. Then once it opens up, you are inside of the Gallery Guichard exhibition of your choice. Now you can move around freely by touching the circles, and you can get information about each painting, title, medium, artist, and contact information for Gallery Guichard. All the way from DC, here in Chicago, and then back to DC, please welcome Al Burtz. Welcome back. This is Andre Guichard and Francis Guichard. We're here virtually at Gallery Guichard, interviewing one of our top Gallery Guichard artists all the way from the East Coast, Al Burtz. How you doing, Al?
Doing great, man. Doing great. How you doing, Andre and Francis?
Awesome. Good to see you, Al.
Good to see you guys. Man, I couldn't wait to see you.
You've got some amazing work. I wish we were at the McRae house with you hanging out like we usually do, but here we are, and hopefully the pandemic is almost over. Maybe we can do it again next year. We don't know. But
Okay.
your work here in the gallery is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank
And
you. Thank
we
you
see
so
that
much.
you're doing some new things with your work, juxtaposing it with the fabric and your amazing drawing. So give us a little insight to your mediums that you're using for the work, and maybe the title of your work that you have.
Well, yeah, one I believe is titled Beauty, and the other one's Queen Charlotte. And what I was just looking for was In Search of Beauty, and I majored in college in fashion illustration. So I'm pretty good with fabric and the folds and what have you. But yeah, I just wanted to In Search of Beauty. I mean, other than just painting, I wanted to go more of a 3D effect and hopefully move into sculptures.
Lovely.
Lovely.
And I love what you're doing with the collage fabric. And you're such a good draftsman that at first glance, you think that the subject matter is collage with magazine. And then you look closely and notice that that's your talent. And I mean, that's the beauty of what you're doing.
Yeah, thank you, man. With those large collages like that, I was just looking for just telling the truth about relationships. I mean, it's hard to look deep within yourself and find out what's actually your backbone, what you're living for. And and I looked at that as my wife. My wife is my backbone, and I had to do a piece entitled Backbone to show a collage of different relationships, whether male, female, female, or what have you. But everyone needs that backbone if they're being honest and truthful about themselves, their marriage, and their relationship. And the other one is paying homage to women, called Thank You, as far as especially Black women. I don't think they're thanked enough as far as what they've done for the world, not just for Black men, but for the world all the way around. They're the mothers of the world. They raise their kids, our kids, everyone's kids. And we look at them as uneducated. I'm not talking about the ones that go to Howard, stuff like that, but you go to the hood. You got the backbone and the cornerstone of the families or the household, and it's normally a strong Black woman. And I don't think that they're appreciated enough.
We love to hear that, and we love to see how art brings that message out. It's so important for people to resonate with that and be able to understand it within their own souls. Art that touches the soul.
I like that. It's coming from the artist.
Right. Well said. And if you want to see more of Al's amazing new work, because at this show, particularly the McRae home show, he sells out, and in Chicago he sells out. So study long, study wrong. Make sure you drop down to VEC number 14, virtual exhibit catalog number 14, and check out Albert's work, because it won't be here long. Thank you, Al.
Thank you, Al.
Thank you guys so much again. Man, you guys, I look forward to every year seeing you guys or seeing what's new, and you guys always include me, and I thank you, and I'm blessed for having you as a friend.
Thank you. And if anyone is interested in your work, they can actually contact us by going to our website at www.galleryguichard.com, or they can email us at galleryguichardsocial@gmail.com. We'll get right back to them with this amazing work by Albert and others.
All right, Al.
All right, thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Click on the link for the virtual exhibition catalog that you're interested in. Then once it opens up, you are inside of the Gallery Guichard exhibition of your choice. Now you can move around freely by touching the circles, and you can get information about each painting, title, medium, artist, and contact information for Gallery Guichard.
The amazing work by Pearlie Taylor. We love to introduce you to her next.
Hi, this is Andre Guichard, Gallery Guichard, virtually introducing you to another one of our famous Gallery Guichard artists, Pearlie Taylor.
Hi, Pearlie.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Great. It's so great to see you and to see your amazing work here at Gallery Guichard. Again, you keep putting it out and it keeps selling. And I love to hear a little bit more about what you're doing with your wonderful abstract pieces on paper. Give us a little bit about your the synopsis and the reason behind, what encouraged you to create those pieces.
Absolutely. With me, everything is abstract.
Love it.
And it tends to, and it has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that I like the freedom of abstracts. And many times it's a dance, especially because I paint on the floor and I have music going. So the painting kind of goes with the music many times. So as I'm walking around the painting with the music, there are accents in the music that happens on the paper. So, and that keeps them nice and free and colorful and so forth. And my mood is generally captured in there. So sometimes I listen to classical, and that's a different kind of flower than when I'm listening to jazz or when I listen to a little bit of rock. I'm not really into rock that much, but it adds a different quality to the way I move when I paint.
And two pieces in particular, Rainforest and Wildfire. Now,
Okay.
Are those also part of your landscape series?
California, what is that? The Wildfire?
Wildfire, yes.
Wildfire is, I painted that during the last time there was a fire in California. And you could see all the smoke and the fire, and it was just really a horrific event in terms of nature. So I captured that. I tried to capture all of that fierceness in that painting. So, which is why those colors are the way they are. There's like a little smoke in there also. So yes, that particular painting was done intentionally because of the fire, the California wildfires. And the other piece, I just like the brilliance of it. And that piece was created, and I don't like to tell people this, but sometimes I will drop the paint and I'll hit the paint with a rock.
I love it.
And that spatter creates a beautiful abstract flower.
I love it. I love it. That is so great.
So, but it's whatever it takes.
There it is.
That's awesome.
And it's hard to replicate that because you got to get the rock throw right and all of that.
Exactly. The shape of the rock has to be just right. The amount of strength you put into hitting that paint. It's a wonderful thing.
Awesome.
Love it.
Well, you have amazing work, and if anyone is interested in your work, they'll be able to drop down into our virtual exhibition catalog right there at galleryguichard.com and be able to click on and drop into the space and walk around to see your amazing pieces. And they can also make sure they get us at galleryguichardsocial@gmail.com and let us know what they're interested in. And we know your work, again, is going to continue to sell. It's just awesome.
That's right. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Make sure you check out Pearlie Taylor and Virtual Exhibit Catalog number 14. Thank you, Pearlie.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
See you next time.
Yes, you will.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Click on the link for the virtual exhibition catalog that you're interested in. Then once it opens up, you are inside of the Gallery Guichard exhibition of your choice. Now you can move around freely by touching the circles And you can get information about each painting, title, medium, artist, and contact information for Gallery Guichard. One of our long-standing Gallery Guichard artists from Maryland, Calvin Coleman. Welcome back. This is Andre and Francis Guichard, virtually from Chicago at Gallery Guichard for the 9th annual McRae show, and we have one of our crowd pleasers, Calvin Coleman. What's up, Calvin?
Hi, Calvin.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Good to see you. And so sorry we're not there with you in the sunny East Coast, rather, in Washington, D.C. at the McRae show. However, we have your beautiful pieces here, and you are doing some amazing work. Give us some inspiration, or what inspired you to create these pieces?
Absolutely. Well, I always try to have a balance of different angles in my work. I try not to have one simple, under one umbrella, should I say. I always love touching on love, peace, and unity. So hopefully those.
It's so great to see you, Calvin. So sorry we're not with the McRaes this year, but you have some amazing work here at Gallery Guichard, and your pieces are just like have so much to offer in someone's inspiration in their own life. So tell us, what is your inspiration to the pieces you created?
Yes, indeed. What I like to do is touch on a few things: love, peace, joy, and some spirituality within it all. And I always try to do a few pieces within each category. That way I can share really what I'm trying and would love for people to connect to.
And I also love how you diversify your process and your medium. So some of the new work has some of the old style with the heavy texture and the portraits and the side portraits, but then the collage of the fabric.
Yes.
And some of the other works as well. So I love that play. Can you talk a little bit more about that briefly?
Absolutely. Well, I used to use a lot of texture when I began with you all, actually, in 2004, and I got away from it a few years later, but I'm finding that I miss it. So I started to incorporate it more within my art. You have a piece called The Young King, and it's filled with tapestry. And I enjoy using tapestry because it just adds another character to the work of art. And it gives it a whole nother feel when you're up on it.
I agree.
And Fruit of the Spirit was one of my favorites, and I love how you included that with your messaging in it as well. That is an amazing piece. And Guess what? All your work is selling like really high hotcakes. So anybody is interested in your work, they better hurry up and get on it, because it can be seen on our website at www.galleryguichard.com. They can drop right into it in our virtual exhibition catalog, number 14. Walk around, see your work, purchase it by calling us or emailing us at galleryguichardsocial@gmail.com.
It's a Gallery Guichard staple, Calvin Coleman. So check it out at the latest VEC number 14. And we'll see you next time, Calvin. But thanks again for touching us with your latest creativity.
You're quite welcome, and thanks for having me.
Thank you, Calvin. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Click on the link for the virtual exhibition catalog that you're interested in. Then once it opens up, you are inside of the Gallery Guichard exhibition of your choice. Now you can move around freely by touching the circles, and you can get information about each painting, title, medium, artist, and contact information for Gallery Guichard. It is with my pleasure to introduce to you my brother, Adam Guichard. This is Andre Guichard from Gallery Guichard Virtually for virtual exhibit catalog number 14, the VEC number 14 for the 9th annual McRae show, here with my partner in crime.
Hi, I'm Frances.
And we are excited that we're here to introduce you with one of our long-standing Gallery Guichard artists, my brother, Adam Guichard. What's up, Adam?
Hi, Adam.
Hey, what's up, Andre and Fran, and everyone out there in the cyber world? How you all doing?
Excellent.
Amazing. I love the work behind you, of course, but today we're talking about two new pieces that you have in the McRae show from your jazz series. If you could tell us a bit about those.
Sure. Well, and I'm gonna just take a quick step back. You have one of my favorite series at the gallery now. It's part of my jazz series. As most of you viewing this right now know, me and Andre, we come from a jazz family. So music is very much an inspiration for my life. I try to mimic my A-League aspirations are from musicians. I see musicians as people who get rejected all the time, but still do their hardest to use their talents. So I try to use that quality and transplant that into their life. But more importantly, I like to transplant that into my artwork. And the two new artworks that you have are Jazz Lady on Frenchman Street and Jazz Man on Contra Street. Just the names alone, just to start there, all of my jazz artworks, they are based off of street in New Orleans. Contra Street is just a random street in the French quarters. Frenchman Street is well known, but Iberville, it's various streets from the French quarters that I use in the title. The inspiration behind my jazz series, it's almost like an each one teach one, because if you really look at the picture, it's a main picture. Then it's followed by someone, a younger person, looking up at that musician. And then I'm a big fan of the old concert photos. So I'll have, if it's a young lady playing a guitar, I'm just using this as an example. If it's a young lady playing a guitar, I have a poster of Billie Holiday in the cast, showing that was her inspiration. But she's also an inspiration to someone younger who's looking up to her as it being just showing the cycle of how we have to mentor each other and help each other. So not only do I want to talk about that series being inspirational, but also how the generations just influence each other, especially in the Black community. So just to give a little perspective to the two artworks that you have.
That's great, Adam. And tell us a little bit about the mediums you use. And I know you use a lot of different things in your art.
Absolutely, and I thank you for asking that, Fran, because in particularly with my jazz series, I like to use different mediums, whether it be wood, in regard acrylics, oils, you name it. Just as what I paint on, I paint on wood blocks, I paint on canvas, I paint on glass. So the series that you have in itself, it allows me to open up my artistic abilities, just due to the different various mediums, what I actually paint the series on, and the story that I'm trying to tell. It truly opens me up and allows me to be more creative.
That is awesome. I think you and your brother are so talented. Your dad did you guys awesome. So, it's just amazing to see.
Oh, thank you so much. And you got to throw yourself in there also, because you're a very creative person who I'm sure helps influence Andre and myself. I'm like, am I in the right place? I'm like, Fran, I don't know if you have enough space in the gallery to continue making the large, beautiful artworks that you do.
You are awesome. Thank you so much for that. And we are so proud that your work is selling like hotcakes, and you're going to be able to sell even more work by people being able to visit us at www.galleryguichard.com. Drop right into VEC number 14 and see your work, and then they can get it by.
That's right. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Drop into VEC number 14 and take a look at Adam Guichard's latest piece. And Adam, we'll see you next time. And thanks again for touching us with your creativity.
Thank you so much for interviewing me today, and have a great Memorial Day.
Thank you, Adam.
All right, Adam. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Click on the link for the virtual exhibition catalog that you're interested in. Then once it opens up, you are inside of the Gallery Guichard exhibition of your choice. Now you can move around freely by touching the circles, and you can get information about each painting, title, medium, artist, and contact information for Gallery Guichard. One of Gallery Guichard's rising superstars, Stephen Olalekan, otherwise known as Shayo, featuring some of his amazing charcoals. Welcome back to Gallery Guichard virtually. I'm Andre Guichard.
And I'm Frances Guichard.
And we have one of our favorite artists, Stephen Olalekan. He's on the move, but he's got time to talk with us about this amazing new work. How you doing, Stephen?
Hi.
Hello, the bosses. I'm good. I'm doing good, and I'm really happy to be here. To be here again, live, chatting with you guys.
It's so good to have you.
Thank you.
You have amazing work here, and I think all of it's selling. Like, you know, you might have maybe, I don't know, what do you have left? I'm just kidding. However, you've got so much work in this selling.
Yeah, I think right. One piece left maybe, and this is that amazing charcoal series. So if you could tell us a little bit about
thanks to you guys for your hard work and the way you're pushing it. I mean, you guys are the best. You're the best.
Thank you. So what's the inspiration behind the charcoal series? And you know, it's so well received and loved.
Yeah, actually, I started the charcoal series like because I'm used to portraiture. Like I love realism and stuff like that. But I was like, I started thinking about what I can do that would be different from what I've been used to. I mean, what I've been used to, and then I started by like just doing rough sketch and stuff on papers, and then I was like, wow, this really looking good. I can actually develop something from here. Then I look at this Nigerian Ife head is a sculptural piece, Ife head, and then we call it Oriolokun. So they have these lines running down the face. They call it we call it a scarification. So they have lines running down the face. So I decided to like, okay, let me do something that will bring the traditional Nigerian mask or culture into my work. So it's a way of me traveling back and going back in time to Africa, to home. So I tend to like blend the traditional with the modern. So I try to blend the two together. So that's how I came up with this style.
Are those people that you know, or are actual people, or are they just people that you make up in your head?
Majority of them are people I know, and some I make them up in my head. But majority of them are people I know, and I mean, like my brothers, my sisters around, and people around that. Just take pictures and then. But the thing is, sometimes I have to like blend in like 2-3 pictures together. I mean, just 2-3 pictures to create one figure. So because sometimes after I've done my sketches, then I look at which one is better. I mean, I look at the best posture, the best angle for the one. So I tend to like just take out of the picture I have here, take out of this, and then just bring the two together just to make one piece. So it's more interesting that way anyway. Amazing. Than just following one. Yeah, it's more interesting that way, trying to like bring different things together.
That's awesome.
And then lastly, the mediums. I said charcoal, but is that the medium charcoal on canvas?
Yeah, that's charcoal on canvas. At first, I started with charcoal on paper, and then I started using canvas because canvas is more durable and it's better compared to on paper. So, but it's not only charcoal. I use charcoal. I use pastel. I use coffee, acrylic, a lot of materials, fabric in some, and then magazine in others. So it's a combination of different materials, but the main ingredient is the charcoal. That's the main ingredient right there.
So you are a young 31-year-old and you're hot. And you're selling. Like, So proud of you.
Rock star.
I really appreciate you guys. You're the one pushing me. I mean, you are the one pushing me. I'm really, really being motivated by you guys. I mean,
You're the
talent
best.
is never enough.
You're
Talent
the
is
best.
never enough. You have to, you still have to like, you need a lot of people around you to be able to express to express yourself and make use of the talent you have. So people like you, you've given me the platform and the opportunity to be able to use that talent really well to express myself more. Because sometimes you go to some galleries and they be like, you can only do this style. They sometimes they are the one that dictates to the artist, okay, this is the kind of style we want you to be doing because it's what. But you give me that room to be able to express myself better. So I can come tomorrow with another style, with another medium, with another material, and you guys still like, oh, this is really interesting. We can push this. So you guys are the best. You're the best.
Oh, thank you, Shayo.
And I must say, your humility is king, because even with all of your success, you maintain a grace and humbleness that I think is part of your success. So please continue to be the person you are. We really appreciate you.
Yes. And I know
I'm so glad.
Everyone's going to want to get your work. So when they do get commissions, even though it may be sold, you can still get something similar, not exactly the same.
That's
meaning
right.
that he can do something for you.
Well, you can find more of Shayo's amazing work on virtual exhibition catalog number 14. Go to www.galleryguichard.com and go to the virtual exhibition catalog session, and you can find Shayo's work in the main gallery and the rear gallery. And of course, his work is also in many of the previous virtual exhibit catalogs. So enjoy your travels at Gallery Guichard virtually. And Shayo, thank you for touching us with your creativity.
Yes, and email us.
Thank you so much.
We want people to email us. If you want to purchase any artwork, email us at galleryguichardsocial@gmail.com. Thank you, Shayo.
That's right. Or you can
thank you so much, the king and the queen.
Hey, we work for you.
Oh, no, I work for you.
Thank you, Shayo.
Always a pleasure. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Click on the link for the virtual exhibition catalog that you're interested in. Then once it opens up, you are inside of the Gallery Guichard exhibition of your choice. Now you can move around freely by touching the circles, and you can get information about each painting, title, medium, artist, and contact information for Gallery Guichard. Originally from New York, now a Chicago native and Gallery Guichard artist, D. Lammy Hansen. Welcome back to Gallery Guichard virtually. I'm Andre Guichard.
And I'm Frances.
And we are so excited to have one of our rising stars at Gallery Guichard, D. Lammy, back with us here virtually to talk about her new work for the 9th annual McRae Show. Hey, D. Lammy.
Hi, Lammy.
How are you, Fran and Andre? It is awesome to be with you guys again.
Awesome, awesome. We are loving this series, and even more so, I'm truly enjoying that you're taking your time and having an exploration and giving us more expression from the series. And it is just so enjoyable. So if you could maybe talk to us about the piece behind us to the left of Frances's head, because that is just a gorgeous piece.
I saw this beautiful woman, dark skin and short hair, and there was such grace in her. But there was this necklace she had on, and it was pictures I collected over time, and I was just like, and I ended up. I don't know if it's going back to when I went to parochial school, you know, and so there's this thing about how parochial school is supposed to turn us into ladies, you know. So I just saw this like utter grace that I identified with. when, you know, from going to school, like the pattern behind her is like that. But I love the way her hand was just doing this. It was, and then she had the pearls on. And then I thought, these are images that we need to see. You know, we need to see like beauty and grace with the darkness, you know, the dark, beautiful skin that shines. So her skin is actually in blue and a pearlized white. And her pearls are the pearlized white mixed with the gold and brass beads that I handcrafted with my wire when I do metal point. And so I originally called her Serene. And then I turned around and was like, you know what, that's too safe. Because she was an African woman from Sudanese. So I just turned around and I was like, no, African wears pearls. The African wears pearls. Kind of a play on the girl in the pearl earring, but you know, I just thought, no, this is gorgeous the way she is right here. So,
That is awesome.
That is, and it's so funny you said Sudanese woman, because in my mind, I'm imagining a Egyptian first dynasty queen in my mind. And of course, that's pretty much what that sounds like, a Nubian. So wonderful.
Yes, we have much beauty, and you are exhibiting that on your artwork. And I just love how you're using the blue background with your metal point. And I see the image there you have behind you. Give us a little information about that. That's awesome.
It's actually the same woman. But I love the way how she is, there's a seeking of like just divinity that it's almost like God shining on her in a way. But I don't know if you see the gold around that's going around her head, but you definitely see this. This is like just these, it's almost like joyful little bubbles going around her, like she's wearing, you know, her joy per se. So, and then she of course has the hand again. It's just like, I just love the way she's just looking up and seeking, and the light is blessing her. So that's what, you know, totally you know, attracted me to wanting to do something in an epic way to show that beauty again.
And tell us a bit about the gold, how that is created. Is that pigment, or of course I know it's not, but what is your process?
My process is actually, I'm going to take my earring out. You see how thin this is? So I'm actually using wire that's thin like my earring, but it's brass or gold. The gold is there's a 24 karat gold plate that I have, but there's also a 14 karat gold pin that I have this much left that I actually am drawing onto the paint and building so that it gets to the point where you can actually see it shine. And what I don't know if you can actually tell, but these are little circles. There's some big ones and there's some small ones, but they're creating the depth of the piece. So when you're actually standing in front of it, you actually see how it goes around her, but then the little ones are like going into the folds of the collar that she's wearing. So they're little circles, but you'll be able to see it, you know, up close when I actually finish.
Beautiful. Can't wait to see that in person. Well, and of course, the two beautiful pieces that we have of D. Lammy's you can see in vertical exhibition catalog number 14. Make sure you take a look, because D. Lammy's work does not last long. Study long, study wrong. So great to have you, D. Lammy.
Right, and they can drop down into our gallery at www.galleryguichard.com and email us at galleryguichardsocial@gmail.com. And then that way you'll be able to, you know, get Lammy's work as well as others.
So excited for you, D. Lammy, and the response to your work and to you as an artist.
Yes, thank you, Lammy. It's a pleasure working with you.
It's an honor. Have a great one.
Congratulations. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Click on the link for for the virtual exhibition catalog that you're interested in. Then once it opens up, you are inside of the Gallery Guichard exhibition of your choice. Now you can move around freely by touching the circles, and you can get information about each painting, title, medium, artist, and contact information for Gallery Guichard.
Amazing colorful work by Emery Franklin coming up next.
Welcome back. This is Andre Guichard, virtually here at Gallery Guichard with my partner in crime.
Hi, I'm Frances.
And we're excited to introduce you to our next artist who is part of this amazing exhibit, the virtual exhibition of the 9th annual McRae exhibition, which we usually have in Washington, D.C. We're doing it virtually. And this artist I've known for quite some time, I think going as far back as October Gallery at Temple University, if I'm not mistaken, but it's somewhere on the art trail that we used to run into each other, and I just realized that, and really excited to have our amazingly talented Emery Franklin. Welcome.
Hi, Emery.
How you doing? How you doing?
Awesome.
Fantastic. And
you want to start out?
You could go ahead.
Oh, well, we're just calling on you because you have some amazing work and you sold here at Gallery Guichard, and this new body of work is really colorful and has some really amazing, symmetry to it. Can you tell us a little bit about, where you're going with your pieces now, like this new body of work?
Okay, them pieces, I love to paint. That's the first thing. And so I paint from this way. I can paint going this way, this certain kind of painting. Then I go this way in the next few days. But this sort of painting right there, I love to play music. I love music. And so you know what? Let me come up with some music pictures, and they've been selling like crazy. So I like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do for now,
I know they have. So you're from where originally?
I'm from Memphis.
Memphis. Okay, and you still live in Memphis now, Tennessee?
Yeah.
Nice.
And how has Memphis influenced your artwork?
Music. People in here, they love it. They love music. So I listen to music. I love music.
Excellent. And I like how you spoke about painting in different series, but still understanding how the response from the market as an artist can really be exciting for you. And it kind of fuels you to continue to want to do more in that vein. So I really enjoy how that music series really makes you feel like you're right inside of a set, and the whole Memphis connection, our travels to Memphis, it definitely gives you that experience. So tell me a little bit about the one behind you, because that's another series of yours. And I know some of the likes of Oprah Winfrey's dad has collected your work, but what is this series about?
This is what you call, it's a series of, this is the series I was doing back in the I started painting them from 2016. And I didn't actually realize that it was going to be the kind of paintings that people actually want for written now. And I done painted about 5 of them. They big, like big pieces, and and I just been trying to paint something this way, and I paint this way, and I paint, I try not to paint the same, the same art.
Right. It looks like it's, documenting, the South and what was happening in the South. So your work is more documentary in that respect?
Yes, yes.
It's awesome.
Amazing. And what medium are the works that we have, this new colorful series?
Man, you'll be amazed. I put, it's about 4 different paints on there. I actually put some paint on there. If you can turn off this, if you turn off the,
Oh, the glow in the dark.
turn off the lights, the picture actually, you can see it, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Nice.
Yes.
So it's kind of iridescent, but with also the glow in the dark pigments.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And acrylic also?
Yes, yes.
Excellent. Well, man, I'm telling you, this has been a treat to give our viewers and followers a window into Memphis, Tennessee, and the creative mind of your work, and really love the boldness of the color. So I don't expect this work to last long.
No,
and
not at all.
it will be part of this new catalog.
That's right, VEC number 14. And people can then come to galleryguichard.com, www.galleryguichard.com, drop into the gallery, walk around with your fingers on your computer, see Emery's amazing work. And if they're interested in purchasing, they can reach out to us at galleryguichardsocial@gmail.com.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Click on the link for the virtual exhibition catalog that you're interested in. Then once it opens up, you are inside of the Gallery Guichard exhibition of your choice. Now you can move around freely by touching the circles, and you can get information about each painting, title, medium, artist, and contact information for Gallery Guichard.
All the way from Brazil, Cynthia Cava.
Welcome back. This is Andre Guichard.
And Francis, hi.
Virtually here at Gallery Guichard, and we are interviewing live all the way from Brazil with one of our gallery artists, Cynthia. Hello, Cynthia.
Hi, Cynthia. How are you?
Hi, hello.
So
Good
good to
evening,
see you.
Francis and Andre, dear fellow artists and
Yes.
art admirers.
That's right. All the way from Chicago.
It's so good to see you, especially after all the craziness that has been going on with this past year, and to see you still doing well and amazing art. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind the art we have here at Gallery Guichard.
Well, first, I'm super happy to be able to showcase my work. It was always made with a lot of care and dedication. Every time I plan to start a painting, I let the colors and forms play naturally in my head, creating a beautiful composition for the painting and the paint flows. I usually get inspired by the beauty of nature that surrounds me. Every leaf, every tree branch composes a beautiful scenario that can be transformed in my art. Both paintings that I expose today bring the nature at its abstract form, allowing each observer to interpret them differently. They mixed the colors in the Brazilian nature scenario and its biological diversity, merging into a reality and fantasy world.
Very nice. What mediums are you using on those paintings?
I use acrylic paint, and sometimes I use a product that I buy engineers uses to paint houses, and I mixed to bring that effect like small balls.
Wonderful.
Very nice.
Your work is amazing, and it sells like crazy here. So we're so happy that you are back with us again, and you have some amazing work.
Thank you.
And you can find this work on our new virtual exhibition catalog number 14. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Just drop into Gallery Guichard and take a look at Cynthia's new works, and they are in the lobby gallery area. So thank you, Cynthia, for your time, and great to talk to you live from Brazil.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Take care. Talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Malik Worthy with amazing florals. Next, Malik.
This is Andre Guichard back virtually here at Gallery Guichard at the 9th annual McRae Home Show with my artist partner in crime.
Hi, I'm Frances.
And we're excited to introduce you to a new Chicago emerging abstract artist, Malik. How you doing today, Malik?
Hi, Malik.
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Doing great.
Excellent, excellent. So tell us a little bit about your motivation behind the abstract works. You know, what's the subject matter? What was your motivation? And, you know, bring the audience into kind of your mind.
Okay, well, first, foremost, I got to tell you that I'm an abstract lover, an avid. One of my greatest inspirations is Jean-Michel Basquiat, and I love colors, first of all. So I like my inspiration behind these pieces that are in the show is that I want to make the viewer take at least a minute and a half to look at it, to absorb it all. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot going on, a lot of colors, a lot of different, you know, shapes and manipulation of different colors and the way I put them together. So that's basically my main goal of these pictures, is to make the viewer take some time where they have to look at it to take it all in.
And what's your medium, and why did you select the Black background? That's quite interesting.
Well, there's actually 4 pieces. 2 of them have the Black background. And the reason I did the Black background is because, like I said, I love colors. So with Black, when you put colors on Black, they tend to pop out more. Do you know what I mean? So that was my reason for choosing the Black backdrops on those 2 pieces particularly. And what I used on those, it was on canvas, and then I used a combination of acrylics and basically some applique work. What I did was I took some linen fabric and I pressed it and starched it until it was really kind of stiff, and then I painted on it and applied it to the painting. So the one painting that looks like the piece on the base is coming out, that's actually fabric.
Awesome.
Nice, nice. So a little collage in there, really nice. So lastly, your process. Do you paint with the typical brush, or is it something else you do to give you a unique type of application?
I use brush for the final work, for the color application, but I do use a lot of stencil work. So when I was painting, when I did the vase, I put a stencil of the vase on, and then I covered the rest of the canvas so that only the vase part would be there. So then I splashed it with different colors and painted and made all the crazy colors and forms that are in the vase. And then I took it off, so you had the backdrop of the Black vase shape is there. So, and then with the flowers, I just did kind of a Pollock thing with the drizzle, with the flowers, where I just drizzled around like this with the white paint, and then I filled in all the petals with different colors.
Beautiful.
Excellent. And this work also is work that you'll find in virtual exhibition catalog number 14 for the 9th annual McRae Show. And this body of work is in the back gallery, and if you move around, you can drop in virtually and see Malik's amazing new work, 4 pieces. And I'm telling you, this is that moment when a new artist comes on the scene, you gobble up his work, because this work won't last. So thank you, Malik, for sharing.
Thank you, Malik.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad you had me. Thank you for having me in this. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Awesome.
And
you take
congratulations.
Care. All right.
Take care. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Click on the link for the virtual exhibition catalog that you're interested in. Then once it opens up, you are inside of the Gallery Guichard exhibition of your choice. Now you can move around freely by touching the circles, and you can get information about each painting, title, medium, artist, and contact information for Gallery Guichard. All the way from the islands of the Seychelles, off the coast of Ethiopia and Zanzibar, please welcome our next artist, Nigel Henry. This is Andre Guichard and Francis Guichard live from Mahe, Seychelles, in the studio of Nigel, the amazing artist who created this beautiful painting.
Beautiful.
That will be available in our next vertical exhibition catalog, number 14, the McRae Show. And without further ado, Nigel, could you tell us the inspiration behind this amazing painting?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Nigel Henry. This is my art, and I'm so happy and humbled to meet the two wonderful gallerists and owner of the gallery in Chicago, Frances and André. My painting talks to itself, but the story behind it, we come from a country which is isolated completely. It's an island, but we come from our ancestors of Africa. But we have the environment, the people, the nature, and everything. So I'm inspired by what it is around me. But this painting itself tells the story by itself. But we from Africa have a long story to tell. Everything is inside. The people, as I said, the environment, as I said, and the element, and my art is about for you.
Wonderful. What mediums do you use?
I use acrylic on canvas and mixed media. I could use paste, and I use unconventional material. I don't like brushes as such. I could use anything I could find that could make texture, color interesting. But of course, I have to use paint. But the painting itself, lots of elements that include my inspiration to become black as it is.
Love it.
Enjoy it.
And last but not least, I love how you use the gold leaf in your art, and such a rich country. What and how do you use the gold leaf, and what does the gold leaf mean for you?
The gold means a lot to me. It is a material that all artists might come across to use. But for me, gold is precious, it's interesting, and the gold leaf is very difficult to work with. But I use it a little bit, not overdoing it, to add to the value to the art. That's all.
And I might add that there's going to be more to come, because we're going to have a longer conversation.
Longer conversation, guys. Watch it. Watch the gallery space. That is going to be number 14. There'll be more to come.
Virtual exhibit catalog.
Virtual. Watch that space. It's coming. These guys are really mean business to the arts. Thank you.
Thank you. Live from the Seychelles, Nigel Henry.
Andre.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Click on the link for the virtual exhibition catalog that you're interested in. Then once it opens up, you are inside of the Gallery Guichard exhibition of your choice. Now you can move around freely by touching the circles, and you can get information about each painting, title, medium, artist, and contact information for Gallery Guichard.
My wonderful husband and business partner, amazing artist, Andre Guichard.
Hello, my name is Andre Guichard, and I'm very excited to be participating in this year's 9th annual McRae Home Show. This year I only have one piece in the exhibition because it parallels our exhibition at Pru 1-2, where I have 7 pieces there. However, I am very excited to have one of my non-objective abstract pieces entitled Nebula, which is acrylic and mixed media. And in this case, I'm actually taking ground iron gesso and covering 5 feet of canvas to create the three-dimensional circles that represent different universes. And the more as time goes on, we're learning how close and how large the universe really is. So it has intrigued me about life outside of Earth and our universe. And the more I learn, the more I'm inspired around energy and life, and that's what this piece represents. And I'm very happy to have been able to touch you with my creativity. My business partner, life partner, and amazing artist, Frances Marlene Campbell Guichard.
Hi, I'm Frances Guichard, also known as the artist Marlene Campbell. My work represents my travels to South Africa, where we saw the people, the wonderful landscape, and the amazing beauty of Africa in the Transkei. So I paint what I see and bring it back to my story, here to tell people to be more socially, economically, and environmentally responsible. You'll see the landscape with the sun and the clouds and the people moving about. I use sand and acrylic paint. Thank you for enjoying my work. And debuting, Michaela Ayuade.
Welcome back. This is Andre Guichard, virtually from Gallery Guichard, here on 47th in Bronzeville with
Frances Guichard.
And we're very excited to continue our conversation with an amazing artist who's new to Gallery Guichard, not new to art, but we are excited to add him to our Gallery Guichard cadre. And this is Michaela. How are you?
I'm fine, are you?
Fantastic. We're very excited to have your work, and I'm really happy. I think it was Dobafe from New York City that connected us. Is that correct? From Nigeria, Dobafe artist?
What really happened, I traveled to New York for a show.
Mm-hmm.
And while there, I met another artist from New York, from New Jersey.
Yes.
And I saw the medium he used, so vibrant still, and being a watercolorist, the way the medium behave on paper is like watercolor. And that is exactly what blew me to this. So I asked the artist, what is this? And he told me that it's aqua ink. And he invited me to his studio in New Jersey. I went there and I saw it. And when I got back to Chicago, went straight to art shop, and that's how I started.
Wow.
And it's a very great medium.
Awesome. So Muka, tell us a little bit about your inspiration with the pieces that we have. You know, those are so amazing. That alcohol ink, the way you use it, really is so vibrant.
Are the people you know, or people from your imagination? I love the portraits.
Oh, there's one of the portraits like something. It's like a young guy looking into the future. It's like when I look at the rate at which young people got killed through gun violence. So it's like, and I have 2 boys. Mm-hmm. So it's like young people of these days, like they are not sure of what future have for them, because nobody is sure whether you live till tomorrow. So that's why I titled it Uncertainty. When you look at it, it's like to even plan for future is difficult, because you don't know, maybe you will survive this gun epidemic. That is my own way of telling the government or telling the community to look into gun violence.
Powerful. Yes, that's awesome.
And there's another woman with edge here. His son, who happens to be a friend of my son, they are twins. One of them got killed through gun violence. So it's like the agony of murder, what the woman was going through. Imagine a woman single-handedly brought up 2 boys of age, and one of them got killed. So it's like going through the mind of the woman. And that is the other, you see a woman dressed like a Nigerian with edge.
Yeah.
That is it. So all those faces, they have meanings. They have their own meaning. They have reason why I do them. Some could be just, like I told you, I'm a colorist. I want to see the way the colors work together to achieve an harmony. It may not be necessarily, you know, the way I work, my inspiration is not having a topic first before I embark on any piece. Because I believe every art piece is like a baby in the belly or like a pregnant. There's no woman or a man that will know the sex of the baby the day you are meeting your wife. So trying to get a title or meaning of a piece like you are aborting a pregnancy, allow it to flow, allow yourself to lose yourself on the canvas or paper. And I have something that I say about that is like conscious madness. You know, the difference between madness and sane and insane is we can shut the door that lead to the subconscious mind. Why that of madman, he is unable to shut the door. It's like constant flowing of the subconscious to the conscious. You cannot control, but we can control it. And if I really want to enjoy myself, I want, you know, we artists, we go to heaven every day. Some people wait until they die before they go to heaven. But artists, I myself, I go to heaven every day. And you can only do this when you are walking, when you lost yourself into it. So that is my process.
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
And very well said. And I think that was one of the best explanations of how I feel as an artist and many of the things you said. So thank you for expressing that.
And you know, I know the piece, there's a piece about the village and the women in the village. Can you just tell us real quickly about that?
Okay, the one with heavy treasure, right?
I think it was Ocean.
Okay, you see, in Africa, we have Maasai. I just picked the Maasai for example because is everybody familiar with Maasai women? They are with heavy embroidery. So I was familiar with that when I was in Africa. And when I got back here also, I now saw the way ladies also dress with heavy ornaments, heavy tattoo. And I think there's no difference between all these things. So it's like the ocean, the long distance cannot even break it. So you now see that culture there's no boundary between culture. Unconsciously, you people pick the same something and you continue to do it. Imagine somebody in America who has not traveled down to, has not even heard of Maasai woman and was dressing that way. Is awesome. So that is the kind of thing that inspired me to do that piece. We get to pick this thing through different way. Different artists use different media, but mine is through meditation. Because it's when you meditate, it's like you are not on this art plane again. And whatever you need, you pick it from there and use it for yourself.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
So I could talk to you all day,
I
brother.
know, right?
And it's such a treat and pleasure, and we look forward to a long, enjoyable relationship. So if our guests watching today would like to see more of this amazing work, and I didn't even get to talk about the smaller landscapes, but they'll get to enjoy those too. You can go to virtual exhibition catalog number 14 at galleryguichard.com and enjoy some of Malika's amazing pieces that just are so vibrant that on camera, they almost look three-dimensional. But when you see them in person and you see how the colors mix, it feels like rich watercolor. So I love what you're doing. And thank you for sharing.
Yes, thank you, Mikala. So
thank you.
You are interested in his work, please contact us at galleryguichardsocial@gmail.com. Have a great one. Take care.
Great talking to you.
Great talking to you too. Bye-bye. Yeah.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Click on the link for the virtual exhibition catalog that you're interested in. Then once it opens up, you are inside of the Gallery Guichard exhibition of your choice. Now you can move around freely by touching the circles, and you can get information about each painting, title, medium, artist, and contact information for Gallery Guichard.
The amazing work by Akin. Just wait till you see it.
Welcome back. This is Andre Guichard virtually from Gallery Guichard here at the virtual exhibit catalog number 14, the McRae Home Show. And I'm Andre Guichard.
I'm Frances. How are you?
And we're excited to be here with one of our rock stars, Akin, Gallery Guichard artist. How are you doing, sir?
Hi, Akin.
Thank you, Andre and Frances. How you guys doing?
Doing great. Your
Good to
work
see you
is
guys.
amazing.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And as usual, you're bringing the heat with this new body of work. Can you tell us a little bit about the motivation and inspiration for the entire series, but
Yes.
this series in particular? You've introduced some new mediums with the bike gear parts and the spark plugs, but just go ahead and tell us about the inspiration.
Pretty much, I think the inspiration comes from, like I mentioned the last time, the strength that we the women have, our mothers, our sisters, and that was what more. And I've always loved portraits of women anyway. So I've always bought masks around the house. I have them around the house, and that was where the inspiration came through. And I was like, you know what? How do I incorporate this into my art? And I started playing with it. And with the bike chains, it's about the strength of the women because of the steel. And with the washers, which I used mostly the ones that look goldish, like copperish, it's like the wealth, of our Black women and that they have. And that's pretty much where I got the inspiration from.
Your medium is so cool. Every time I see your work, it's always a different something added to it. Like this time I saw the washers. You get the washers, but also the bike gears and the spark plugs. Tell us a little bit about that and how you have a biker.
And with the bike gears, I've along the way I've met some wonderful people working at these bike shops in Chicago. I've been friends for life with them, and they always comment like, Akin, you know what? This is part of recycling, and actually, instead of just dumping it, what can we do with them? You know what I mean? And make them beautiful. And there have been times where I just sit with a piece of work and I just look at it for about an hour, still trying to figure out what goes with what, and with that, and the inspiration just came one day, and I was like, you know what, this looked beautiful on this woman. It didn't have it at first, but when I introduced it, it looked so beautiful, and I started running with it.
That is so cool.
That
You get
is.
to dress people and give them inspiration around
Yes,
that.
yes,
Awesome.
thank you.
And I love how the ability to redefine things, something hard and crude, like a bike chain or a piece of a gear part, and you make it into an elegant woman. I mean, I can almost feel the beauty of the Black woman's skin and her open pores.
Yes.
You hit it. You knocked it out the park.
Creative ingenuity.
Yes, it
Thank
is.
you so much. I do appreciate it. And I met a lady at the Neiman Marcus store one day, and I saw this piece of work, and I was looking at it for a long time. She was like, you're an artist? I was like, yeah. She was like, you know what? We're all surrounded by inspiration. It's like you just never know what it is, but it's like, okay, what can I make out of this? And I've always been the type of person that I want to move things around the house. Nothing stays the same. You might come to my house and I move something from here and it goes to another space. You know what I mean? It's just trying to like make something new out of something old.
Love it.
Well, we know that everybody's going to love it too.
Thank you.
They'll be able to find it on our website and our virtual exhibition catalog number 14. All they have to do is drop in at galleryguichard.com, www.galleryguichard.com, and make their way around.
Thank you.
And
You
also,
can also email us at galleryguichardsocial.com, but
At
I will
gmail.com.
at gmail.com, galleryguichard social at gmail.com. And I say it every show, and you prove me right every show.
You guys.
Study long, study
Thank
wrong, because your work constantly sells out. So don't snooze on this one or you'll lose, because people see the work and they buy, and already one of the pieces have sold before the show opens. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks to you guys for the opportunity.
thank you, Akin.
Thank
Pleasure
you.
talking with you.
See you soon.
All right, sir. Take
All
care.
right, take care. Congrats. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Click on the link for the virtual exhibition catalog that you're interested in. Then once it opens up, you are inside of the Gallery Guichard exhibition of your choice. Now you can move around freely by touching the circles, and you can get information about each painting, title, medium, artist, and contact information for Gallery Guichard. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed today's show.
What an amazing show. Oh, that was a great conversation with the artist, Andre.
And as usual, you do have access to the virtual exhibit catalog. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Go to www.galleryguichard.com. You can drop right into this new exhibition, virtual exhibit catalog number 14, and take a closer look with your family at any of the 20 artists. Touch the Matterport button below so that you can see the title, medium, and find the piece that speaks to you.
And please spread the word. Let your friends and family know as well.
And remember, see art, love art, buy art, live with original art. See you next time here at Gallery Guichard.